I'm a beginner musician, and I came to realize that I find vocal exercises very tedious and boring, and they don't hold my attention, and they make me not want to practice as often as I should practice in order to get progress. So I've been trying to find ways to go around that and find a plan to get me practicing a lot more in a way that would really make me work hard and hold my attention. Because I have a very creative mind, I need to puzzle things out. So the way for me to get excited about singing is really through songwriting. So when you write a song, you try to come up with melodies, you just sing and sing and sing and loop it endlessly for a long time without realizing that you're doing it because you want to get your melody. So that's a lot of practice time that doesn't feel like practice really, but it's still a lot of singing. So writing my own songs, I think, is one of the main key elements. But one other element is being able to listen back to yourself to have an idea of what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and try to improve and get better and better. In comes recording my own songs. So through the recording process, you do a bunch of takes, you listen. There's a lot of stuff you don't like that makes you want to work harder to get the tone right, get the pitch right. So there's a lot of listening, recording, listening, recording. For me, that's the ideal practice loop because time flies and I get a lot of singing done without really realizing it. The small technical issue that comes with recording your own song is that there's a learning curve in Cubase to learn Cubase, to learn how to arrange a song, recording the backing track basically. That takes a lot of time, and if you compare all the time you dedicated to all the other instruments and mixing the song versus strictly doing vocal takes, singing, listening, it's kind of unbalanced. My plan is to streamline the entire backing track process so that I can focus solely on singing on a backing track and jamming to find interesting melodies, then recording that melody, listening to myself, re-record the bits that I don't like, and so on. That way I focus strictly on singing and not so much on the rest of the song. I'm very lucky because my husband David is a proficient musician. He plays a bunch of instruments and he sings. So he was able to help me figure things out in Cubase. But there's a workaround. On YouTube and probably on SoundCloud as well, there's a lot of tracks that are meant for musicians wanting to jam over it, specifically for lead guitar. So there's a backing track and you can try to come up with lead guitar melodies following the chord patterns. Those are available, and often the people creating those jam tracks, they allow people to download it. So someone wanting to do something like me, focusing on singing, could download a backing track, import it into Cubase, and then sing over it. Like I could record myself, listen back, and do all that back and forth and getting a lot of practice time. Another way to do it also could be using karaoke tracks. If you like doing covers, if you're interested in that, you can download the backing track of a karaoke song, import it in Cubase, and then record yourself. And when I say import it in Cubase and record yourself, it's because it's been proven that when you record yourself, you try harder because there's like an urgency to perform. And when you listen back, your brain tries to puzzle out why you don't sound the way you wish you would sound and how you can get there. So that feedback of pressure on record, listen back, fix it again, and again. That's where most of the learning can occur and the progress is a lot faster. Personally, I'm not a super fan of covers, as in I like singing karaoke for fun once in a while, but I don't get super excited. And one of my problems is that those things, vocal exercises, covers, don't hold my attention, but writing my own song does. So that's why I'm going about the way that I'm going about. So here's my Cubase project to practice vocals. I didn't use a jam track that was pre-existing. David helped me create some tracks that I can use. There's 5 different tracks here just for variety. So if we take the first track, it gives you a little listen, like a quick sample. And this is the same riff but in a higher register. It's very 50s inspired just because I'm in the mood to write like 50s inspired music right now. Just like them. And there's a lot of harmonies and I want to work on that. As I've said, we created 5 different riffs, so I'm super lucky in that sense, but a jamming track would have worked perfectly. And the good thing about this is that I can recycle these riffs. I have 5 riffs, but I can work on them for like an entire year if I want, because I can alternate them. You know, I can work on a riff for a week, jam on it, record a whole bunch of musical ideas, then go on another riff for variety, but then loop back to stuff that I already worked on and come up with new interesting melodies instead of constantly having to get a new backing track. You know, with 5, I think it's gonna bring me a really long way. I can make you listen to a couple more really quickly if you're curious, and then I'm gonna try to like jam on one and record some actual vocals. Here's one that's a little faster. Another ballad. Something interesting that could be done also is use a karaoke track, a backing track of a known song, but try to come up with an entirely new melody over that backing track. So that way there you have access to things that you kind of like and styles that you like. The point is to get a shortcut to singing a lot. So right now my plan is to pick one little riff, try to jam on it vocally, and try to find a bunch of melody ideas that could be interesting. As always, I have studio assistants. I have 2. Can you spot them? He melts into the blankets. Also, I've got dog toys everywhere. Dismembered chicken, cow. Very inspiring. As you'll notice, the lyrics will need a bit of work. My puppy is so cute and I love him so. He's right there. I want to kiss and cuddle with him. I think I have more than enough to come up with like a melody. I have to just listen back to what I've done, compile and compose myself, and make a couple choices. Then I'll try to do a proper track. Decided to take a little energy boost. I should show you the flowers in the garden. Maybe I could do that. I'm procrastinating, I'm aware. We are currently in August and the temperature is gorgeous. Let me show you flowers. Some nice hydrangeas. Look at this. Most of the roses have gone over, but we have a few stray blooms that are very beautiful. The color of the liatris in real life is so beautiful, it's indescribable. This reminds me, maybe a week ago or something, I saw the most beautiful monarch butterfly on the echinaceas. Let me insert this here so you can see. Do you see it? It's right there. I'm gonna try to zoom in. There's so many bees. It's so pretty. Look at you. Oh, it's opening its wings. Come on, come on, come on. Show me your wings. Yes. I feel very lucky, like I saw a unicorn. I have some beautiful phlox. And my pride and joy, my row of quickfire fab. Let me pull back just so you can see how big it is. I think we planted them in 2021, if I remember. So it's been 4 seasons. Look, it's starting to blush here. That was nice, gosh. With the next morning, I like what I've done yesterday so far. Let me show you. Here's a little update and all of the work that I did. So I found 3 different bits. Basically what I did was rewatch all the footage of me jamming on the melodies, and I recorded like scratch takes in Cubase of whatever I found was interesting. I don't know if you can hear in the background, David is doing vocal exercises right now. My next step is going to be finding lyrics that might not be perfect, but that are in the direction I want to go in what I want to say. And then do a proper take. I'm not aiming for perfection, I'm just aiming for a great quality demo of my fully formed idea. That's the goal. I came up with a few things, nothing extraordinary, but it'll do for now. I'm gonna do a few takes, put something together, and then I'm gonna make you hear what it sounds like. Sitting on my porch, our house, sitting right on top a hill, smiling at the lake down, so still. Okay. Smiling at the lake, so still. I did all the vocal takes. I did my very best. I did a whole bunch of harmonies, which I wasn't expecting to do, but inspiration was flowing and things were kind of working out. So I did a whole bunch of takes. I did my best. I sang a lot, and I'm gonna make you listen to the full result, and then I'll come back and I'll talk to you about my final thoughts about this whole process. Just to give you an idea before listening, this is my project, and all the tracks that you're seeing here are vocal tracks, like little different bits that I tried. Whatever is grayed out has been muted. Whatever you're seeing in yellow, like this little bit, this bit, this bit, that bit, it's all doubles, or not doubles, but more harmonies. And whatever is in purple is the main, like the lead vocal. And as you can see, I didn't do a full take. It's chopped up in little bits because I was messing up. I didn't have like the right pitch on some stuff, not the right tone, all that stuff. So I Frankensteined everything together, but it made me sing a lot, which is fine. And I wanted to have a result at the end that I would be kind of happy with. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good considering. Let's listen. Rocking on my porch with my handsome beau, his guitar crooning low. Our house sitting right atop the hill, smiling at the lake, so still, a gentle thrill. Final thoughts. I mean, I'm really pleased with the process because if I compare singing exercises, traditional exercises, versus what I've done now, I can say that I've practiced so much more doing this little mini demo than I have, let's say, in the last month trying to get through vocal exercises. The fact that I got obsessed with writing a melody and then trying a ton of different possibilities, trying to write harmonies, trying to get the pitch right, the tone right, meant that I did so many repetitions without realizing I was doing it, and I ended up singing many hours actually over the last few days. And I wouldn't have done that any other way but trying to create something. And at the end of it, if I compare the two, at the end of a singing lesson or vocal exercises, I kind of feel like, did I improve? I don't know. And here at the end of it, whether I improved or not, don't really care because I got something. I have a new riff. I have the new kernel of a song that is exciting. Like the demo itself, it has potential. I like it. I like how it sounds. I like how lighthearted it feels. That's what I wanted. I like all the voices. The lyrics, I'm not too sure. I chose something for it to make sense or work for now. But for a demo, considering that I'm pretty much a beginner, I think it's great. And for the learning value and the time put into singing, nothing beats it. I'm gonna keep doing that. I really got lost in the process of creating. Time flew by without it feeling like it was hard or tedious or endless. I had to force myself to stop, which is where you want to be. I hope you're inspired as well and you have creative projects in your life. If you don't, get inspired. I'm sending you good inspiration. If you made it this far, I love you. Thank you so much. Subscribe, hit the bell, click like. It's going to help my channel. Thank you so much for all that. And I'll see you very, very soon for another one. Thanks for watching. Bye. Rocky.